Hola amigos, it's Patricia Vonne. How are you? And it's an honor to be here with you today. I'm going to be answering some questions from our dear friend Martina. And the first question is, how did the Texarkana Mamas come to be? Well, we've just released our debut album, and we started the band 2 years ago in Nashville because it was my first trip to Nashville. And Stephanie, we're all from San Antonio, Texas, but Stephanie lived in Nashville. So I called her up and I said, Steph, I'm coming out there for the first time ever. Do you have a singer-songwriter, in the round I could be a part of, just so I could clack my castanets and say I played Nashville? And she got the Bluebird Cafe, and we needed a third Latina. So I texted my girlfriend Tish Hinojosa, and she said, I'm in. And that's how it happened, really. An opportunity opened up, and I took it. My girlfriend called and said, you want to come to Nashville? And so I did. So that's what happened. But the night of the Bluebird Cafe, when we performed, we're all from San Antonio. So the stories that we were saying between our songs and about our songs really mirrored each other about our upbringing, me being one of 10 children from a Mexican-American family, and my grandparents are from Rio Grande City. My ancestors, mis antepasados eran de España y Mexico, so ancestors from Mexico and Spain, but being 9th generation Tejana, Texas, that was a lot of history that mirrored Tish. Tish is one of 13 children, and her stories were so amazing, and Stephanie's as well. So after that evening, we just knew we caught lightning in a bottle, and it was like our ancestors were speaking to us. Tell our story, keep this going, join together, zusammen, join forces, and make music. So that's how the Texarkana Mamas came to be. Second question Martina sent me is, she says, you can always include your Mexican roots, successful in your music flow. Where do you still get your inspiration from for your distinctive sound? I personally, I have 7 albums. Oh my gosh, 7 albums. I was raised on mariachi music and rock and roll. I love rock and roll till the day I die. And as a child, my dad was a traveling salesman, and my mom would sing to us and teach us our second language through music, mariachi music, Mexican folk songs. And that was a great inspiration to me. And my brothers, and they'd even come to our house to perform live, the mariachis, when we were klein Kinder. And then my brothers, my older bruders, they would share with me their album collection of rock and roll, right? And, like Tom Petty and, Johnny Reno and the Sax Maniacs and Lone Justice and, the Cars, and just mélange of music. And I took to the rock and roll. So that's where I got my inspiration for music. And also being from Texas, I really wanted it to have a Texas sound. So I describe my music as Texas-influenced roots rock with the south of the border flavor in Spanish and English. Third question from Martina is, would I ever want to act? She says, you worked successfully as an actress and model, but then discovered your love for music. Would you also work in front of the camera again as an actress? I would love it. I said, I would love to. When I lived in New York, I was there for 11 years, and I was doing a lot of auditioning, really a lot of auditions for commercials, music videos, not a lot of movies up there, maybe a few, but my gosh, I just remember whenever I did go for an audition, I loved it when it was dance-oriented. Like I did commercials for Capizio or Danskin, Lycra DuPont, where you had to dance. And I really loved that. And when I did model, I loved modeling because you got to travel the world. I went to Japan for a cosmetic campaign. I would love to get another cosmetic campaign. I would love to work like with Sephora or Shiseido or anybody really, Urban Decay. Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? I would love it. I love to work, and I love to be in front of the camera, and I love to be behind the camera. I was in several of my brother's films, from Spy Kids, 4 Rooms. I played the dead body in 4 Rooms. That was fun. And I played Dallas, Zorro Girl in Sin City. And in Machete Kills, I played a tourist. So I'm all over my brother's films, which I absolutely love. If ever he needs me, the answer is absolutely yes. And just recently, I made my first debut film. It's a short film, and my sister, my Schwester, she's my leading actress, and it's called Cold, Dark, Hollow. It's not out to the public yet because it's on the festival circuit, but in the film I play the monster, so you can't recognize me, but boy am I scary. And I do like to write my own music, and I loved writing this short film. It was like my homage to Rod Serling of the Twilight Zone. So it's very creepy, it's black and white, and it's a horror film, believe it or not. Never thought I'd start with a horror film, but growing up, my whole family were huge fans of the Twilight Zone, so I knew my first shot at doing a short film would have to be a tribute to Rod Serling. So I hope to do more. The next question is, an important part of you these days is the support and mission in helping families get essentials that they need to survive. Yes, that's right, Martina. In my hometown of San Antonio, I do a live stream every Friday at 4 for my hometown of San Antonio food bank. And I take requests, and I tell stories, and I just connect with my people, zusammen, and donations are welcome at my grassroots fundraising page. And so your question was, where do you get the power from? You say that cost a lot of power, and like you said, in music, miracles happen, and that music's a healer. But where do you get the power to be involved in so many good projects? That's a good question. I think the answer is I get it from my parents, my Mutter, my Vater, and Dios, the big cat upstairs. They lead me. They lead me to where I feel. If I feel a need, there's a need, and I feel strongly about a cause, I love to get involved. And I do feel deep down in my heart that if you give to people, that anything good happens to you is the result of you doing for others. I've always felt that that's true. So like if you lose out on something, don't feel so bad, because there's always something better on the other end. But if you just put it out there in everything you do and get involved in causes that you feel strongly about. And the next question is, when are you coming back to Germany on tour? I plan to come back next fall, 2021, on tour in Deutschland and in Europe. I love the people. Ich liebe Deutschland. Ich liebe die freundlichen Leute und die Gastfreundlichkeit und das Essen of Deutschland und die Kultur. Alles ist super, super wunderbar. I love it. I love everything about it. And the people are so receptive and respectful when we perform, and after the show when I get to meet them, they're just so lovely, really lovely people. And it's just a little slice of Himmel, heaven. And so I can't wait to come. And each town and each city I hit is just charming in its own way. And so are the people. So, Dankeschön. I can't wait to come and see you again. Yeah. Rock out together. Zusammen, zusammen. The next question is, we all have to be patient until Corona is defeated and we can all travel safely again. Ja, ich liebe Reisen. But there are artists who are already flying to smaller events. Would you, Patricia, do that too, or would you rather stay safe? I would rather stay safe right now. We need to hunker down, stay home, stay safe, wear our masks, and wait it out and pray for a vaccine. Do it the right way. Just do it the right way, and this is the way to do it. So then we can have viel Spaß zusammen in the future, and that's going to happen, but we need to be patient, right? We need to be patient. So I think that's the last question. Thank you, Martina, for your time and sending me these wonderful questions for your people over there. And keep the faith, stay safe, bendiciones, amor y paz, prosperidad y más. Ciao. Dankeschön.